Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between WhiteRa and HayPro here on Desert Oasis. And now, right off the bat, we have a very early probe moving out from WhiteRa. So, once again, all those people who say I should be skipping out the first 2 minutes of the game and just watch and just start shoutcasting from there, these are the reasons why I cast it from the very beginning as I try to make predictions. WhiteRa most likely going to be trying to set up some sort of proxy pylon and then proxy gateway sitting over here or perhaps even over here. And what that would allow him to do is get those zealots into that base very early. A lot of Zerg players tend to think that they have a lot of time in order to build up anything. However, we do have an overlord from HayPro. HayPro is going to be coming up and moving with that overlord to this north hand location of WhiteRa, who's spawning as the green Protoss player. Meanwhile, I forgot the normal introductions, HayPro spawning as the blue Zerg player. So with HayPro, as soon as he sees that there is in fact no gateways, he is going to find out that there is something definitely wrong. However, I don't think that he's going to realize that for quite some time. Taking a look over here, the gateway is already being built, and I do not... Oh, we do in fact have a spawning pool, so HayPro may be able to fend off this rush as long as he does not use up too many larvae. Taking a look back over here, we have the Overlord now moving in. The Overlord needs to get into this position first, or start seeing this area before he realizes that there is in fact some sort of proxy gateway being put down. Double gateways already being put down, and now a probe is now going to be perhaps coming up that ramp, and now setting up another pylon down over here. That's a little bit of a curious position or placement for it. And now let's take a look at as HayPro is going to go ahead and probably realize that something suspicious is up. The further he moves over here, the further he's going to realize that there is no gateways and something is wrong. In fact, there was an Overlord. Overlord's probably going to spot this pylon down over here and go, oh, there's a pylon down over here. Well, that's kind of strange. Sees no gateways. However, there's a gateway here and a gateway here already up and running. As this Overlord's going to see this and now see the Zealot coming up the ramp, and he's gonna faint. Zergling's now going to be trying to come back over, so we have a single Zealot, and as the probes and the Zerglings going to be trying to fight together. No, those Zerglings are going to be just trying to make a straight beeline for this ramp up here. So WhiteRa does not have any defense on this upper ramp as those Zealots are now coming up. So those Zealots are now coming up, and we have a Spine Crawler and Zerglings coming in. Queen trying to spawn larva, trying to get some additional units, and those Zealots and those probes just doing a very good job trying to take down these units. Zergling's getting focused down, gonna lose a single Zealot, but a lot of losses already. Taking a look at the losses, what, 8 units already lost. A lot of those units are in fact drones, however, and Zerglings, so still not too bad yet. If that Queen gets taken down, though, that's going to be a heavy loss. WhiteRa now trying to fight back away, trying to take down this Queen. WhiteRa coming in with a single Zealot, secondary Zealot now coming in from that left-hand side, now trying to come back, try to take down this Queen. Another Zealot coming in as well, and that Queen goes down. That's going to be very difficult, and there it goes. So Queen already taken down, only a couple Zerglings left. Coming back over here, Zerglings trying to fight back against these probes. And those probes now just trying to do a little bit of a zap, trying to do a surround on those Zerglings. Zerglings getting zapped down to relatively low hit points as well. So 4 Zerglings now being pushed back away. Those probes now going to go ahead and start mining once again. Taking a look back over here, Zerglings and Zealots once again in a great engagement. So both players trying to micro to the best of their ability. Both sides taking a lot of losses. However, WhiteRa taking the brute of that, or the majority of that, and as now more Zealots once again come back up. More Zerglings getting focused down, so there's now no more Zerglings left to this north side. So WhiteRa sitting on 8 probes is going to have to deal with the 7 drones of HayPro. There is a single Queen, however, so that Queen is trying to fight back a little bit more, trying to take down some of those Zealots. Zealot getting taken down as well. So there's this last Zealot coming away, going to try to get taken down, and down it goes. Perhaps a secondary Queen should also be built. There is a single Zealot there, and those Zerglings now are going to try to run back away, perhaps take down these pylons, perhaps thinking that he can supply lock WhiteRa, but unbeknownst to him, those Zerglings able to jet around very quickly. So the Speedlings just running around, and there are those double gateways. If you can take down that pylon, that is going to be a definite loss, as those units will no longer be able to produce any additional reinforcements. But now there's once again 3 Zealots once again on the move, trying to go after this pylon. Those Zerglings just running back and forth, and now those Zealots not caring, gonna go ahead and run up that ramp. Single Queen coming in, and now let's see, no spawn larva, so a little surprised by that. Zerglings trying to do a little bit of a hit and run. That Queen, for some reason, not engaging, while those Zealots are currently, there it goes, finally trying to get in a couple additional hits in. One Zealot getting taken down, two of those Zealots may get taken down. As those Zerglings able to finish it off, down goes another Zealot. Spawn larva once again, and there's 5 Zerglings against 2 Zealots. Things not looking good, and as an additional Zealot coming back out, are we going to surround? No. Now that Queen really has to worry about those units as more Zerglings coming back out. Those Zerglings, however, engaging without that Queen as a support, and HayPro losing precious DPS in this whole entire fight. Coming back over here, we now have pylons and still trying to produce additional probes back over at the base. No, only still producing around 8. Zerglings getting a surround on that Zealot. Zealot getting taken down. 3 Zerglings being left behind, but 2 very, very full hit point Zealots once again on this engagement. Queen now trying to do a little bit of a fight back and forth. Queen needs to pull back and then do a little bit more of engagement. The single Queen down to 94, 74 hit points. A single Zealot once again getting taken down, and still that Queen unable to heal herself is really the issue. The transfusion, if it could transfuse that Queen, that would be absolutely critical at this stage in the game. Zealot gonna be coming in. No, Zealot not coming in. Zealots, or the Zerglings trying to run around, gonna get a surround off on that Zealot. Zealot down to very, very low, gonna be able to take down one more Zergling. So what, now there's 3 Zerglings versus 1 Zealot coming back over here, and more Zealots still coming in. Pylon still back up to full hit points as those 4 Zerglings continue to dart around that map. That Queen probably wishing that she could heal herself at this stage in the game, or had some sort of spine crawler. Only mining off of 5 drones, and that is going to be a definite loss in terms of just positioning. You should probably try to drop down some creep tumors as well. Zerglings would be able to move very, very quickly on that creep, and if when able to move more quickly would enable them to get perhaps better surrounds and take down those units much more quickly. Taking a look back over here, both players still hurting pretty much economically at this stage in the game, but it is still what, the 8 or the 9 probes of WhiteRa versus the 5 drones of HayPro. Taking a look at the production, more Zerglings and now a single drone being produced. No real reason to continue to spawn larvae, finally putting down a creep tumor, and those Zerglings are gonna stick around on that north side, perhaps try to take this in and try to engage some of these units. That Queen really needs to be closer to those Zerglings and perhaps engage a little bit better. And in comes this fight right now. A single Zealot trying to chase down, but if he can at least kite away some of those Zealots, and now 1 Zealot a little bit too far away. Zealot's now trying to come in, trying to get a little bit of a fight. That Queen needs to once again re-engage, trying to take down the rest of those units. Drones trying to get a little bit of fight back in. That Queen down to 11 hit points, trying to run away, maybe able to escape, but no, not going to be enough as the rest of this army is going to get taken down. Down goes that Queen, and GG. Stay tuned for Game 2 between HayPro and WhiteRa here from the Team Liquid Invitational.